if the server that you are where you are logging in has several GPUs, like this one that has 2 GPUs, this is something that you can know by using this command. Then you can select which GPU you want to use. First, please check that it is not being used by other users. You can see it here. So you can see which users are already logging into this node. But please check that nobody is using the GPU that you want to use. And then if the server is not using a job queue, which is something that maybe we can use in the future, but for the moment we are not using it. So if you want to use the GPU without using a job queue, just change this environmental variable. Support CUDA visible devices and select either 0 or 1, depending on the GPU that you want. If you want both, just then use 0, 1. In this case, then you don't need to define this variable because by default, both GPUs are visible. So you don't need to define this variable. But this is a variable that you can use in order to say which GPUs are going to be used by your programs, either 0 or 1. I will use just our Tesla K40. Now, we are also running in CentOS. So by default, the version of GCC is this pretty old version by default by CentOS 7. If you want to update the GCC version, then you can use the cvm file system. So this is inside our collaboration with CERN. So once that you type the following command, sorry, we copy it here. You have it also in our quick manual. So now you have access to this remote file system where you have different versions of GCC. You go to releases and then you will see a lot of software, lot of versions for GCC, for Boost, for Vinutils, Jupyter, Python, even Keras. There are many versions here. So now if you want to use GCC, just select one version, for example, version 8.2.0. Then you need to select always CentOS 7 because we are in CentOS 7. And then you need to search for the setup.sh. Once that you have it, just type source and here setup.sh. And now your GCC version is 8.2.0. There are many other libraries that you can use by using the source, but many others just need the linker. You don't need any binary, but just the linker. And then in this way, you need to perhaps export your LD library path to update it. Mine, for example, by default is already this one because I updated my .bash rc file, which is always executed when I log in. And at the end of this line, this file, then I say that I want to use as my path CUDA. Okay, the binary is from CUDA. And for the library, I want to use this CUDA stuff. Okay, you can see now that this this variable was modified by the source that I ran, and here you will see that the GCC is updated here. But if you want to, for example, add the boost library, you can type this line, which is this here. This is the location of one version of boost for CentOS 7 and this version of GCC. And also for boost, I need to run this line. So depending on the library that you want to use, you need to use source or just export and update your library path. Depends on what do you want to use. And if you want to always have one version when you log in, then as I said, modify your .bash archive file and here type the lines that you want to include.